example 5. A school dance charges $10 per ticket and has an average of 200 tickets sold. Okay, so we're talking about two different things here. First, we're talking about the price of a ticket. So when we just organize this, so $10 per ticket, and then it has an average of 200 tickets sold. Okay, so it's sold. If they, like as in the school, increase their ticket price by $1, so the price increases by $1, they will sell 10 less tickets, so minus 10. Okay, so that's the information, and that's just it being organized. Okay, so A, determine the ticket price that will maximize the revenue. So I'm going to show you how to, before we even get into A, I'm going to show you how to actually set up like a revenue equation. So revenue is the number of tickets sold times the price. That's how much money you're going to generate. So say, for example, the price per ticket is $100 and you sold 7 tickets, 700, 7 times 100. Okay, so let's put in bracket number of tickets sold. So the number of tickets sold is 200. Okay, but then every time the price increases, it's going to decrease by 10. Okay, and I'm going to leave a little gap there for a second. And then the price is $10, and then they're going to increase it by $1. Okay, but we need a variable because we're not just increasing it one time, we're increasing it X amount of times. So the price of $10 is going to increase by $1 X times, and 200 people attending is going to decrease by 10 people attending, also X times. So our let statement is going to be X is going to represent the number of ticket increases, so of price increases. All right, now let's reread A. Determine the ticket price that will maximize the revenue. So when I read maximize revenue, I'm thinking immediately Vertex. Okay, so this is pretty because this is already in factored form. So it's not truly factored form because the X term would be first. We'd have to factor out that negative sign. We could factor out that 10, but it's in factored enough form. So we can solve directly for the X's. Okay, so let's actually equate this to 0. Now we can solve for the X's. So when does 200 minus 10x equal 0? Okay, bring over that 10x and divide both sides by 10. I get when x equals 20. Okay, when there's 20 price increases. And the other side, when does 10 plus 1x equal 0? Bring that over. When x equals negative 10. So to me, that means like negative 10 increases, so 10 decreases. Okay, I'm going to choose the positive one to go with. I'm going to ignore the negative one. Okay, so 20 price increases is going to maximize the revenue. So here's the thing. It says determine the ticket price. So we actually have two chunks of this equation. We have number of tickets sold. So we actually have just an expression for number of tickets sold. Tickets sold is going to be this 200 minus 10x. And the price, we have an expression just for the price, 10 plus 1x. Okay, so let's actually find the vertex. So we have the two zeros, which are 20 and negative 10, but we want the axis of symmetry. So let's squeeze in axis of symmetry, 20 plus negative 10, and that's going to be over 2. 10 over 2 is 5. Okay, So at 5 price increases, they're going to maximize revenue. And sorry, at 20 price increases, they're going to make 0 revenue. At negative 10 price increases, they're going to make 0 revenue. Okay, so at 5 price increases, they're going to maximize the revenue. So if our question is, what ticket price will maximize revenue, then we have to go to the price and we have to sub in 5 increases, which is $15. Okay, so $15 tickets will maximize the revenue. Now determine the number of tickets sold at this price. So the number of tickets sold when there are 5 increases is going to be 200 minus 10 times 5, which is 200 minus 50, so 150 ticket sales. And determine the amount of revenue that will be generated. So the revenue is going to be that 150 times 15. I mean, you can go back to this original equation and sub in the 5 again, but we already subbed it into this chunk of the equation, this expression, and this expression as well. So you can just do 150 times 15. I get 2250. So if you think about it, therefore, 5 price increases will maximize revenue. Okay, the revenue will be $22.50, the cost will be $15, and they will sell 150 tickets.